So you're dreaming of starting an amazing career on a cruise ship, right? Well, before you even think about packing your bags, there is one document, and no, it's not your passport, that could literally stop your journey before it even begins. Let's get into it. Okay, so what is this mystery document? We're talking about your Seaman's book. You've probably seen people whispering about it in Facebook groups or online forums. Well, today we're going to cut through all the noise and break down exactly what it is, why you need it, and how to get it so you are one giant step closer to that first contract. All right, first things first, let's get right to the core of it. What in the world is this book that's so incredibly important? I want you to think of this as your professional passport for the high seas. Seriously, every single time you join a ship, the captain's going to sign and stamp it with your start date. And when you leave, they'll sign you off. It becomes the official legal record of all your experience at sea, all kept neatly in one place. Now, what's so cool about this is just how many jobs this one little book actually does. It proves you're a real, legitimate seafarer. It's the hard evidence you'll need to climb the ranks and get promoted, especially if you're in a technical role. And, this is crucial. In some ports, think Brazil or Russia, immigration officials will demand to see it just for you to step off the ship and explore for the day. It can even make your life a whole lot easier with visas sometimes. So, all of that leads to the really big question. Do you absolutely 100% have to have one? Let's find out. Look, for the kinds of jobs that you're looking at, working on these massive, incredible cruise ships that travel all over the world, the answer is pretty much always yes. It's not really an optional extra anymore. It's a standard requirement. If you're going for a job as an engineer or a deck officer, it's not even a question. It's absolutely essential for your career. But here's the thing. Even if you're in housekeeping or the casino or you're an entertainer, you are very likely going to need one. Why? Because if your ship's itinerary includes, say, Brazil, well, Brazil requires every single crew member to have one. The cruise line just won't risk you being denied entry. Now, some companies do issue what's called a certificate of discharge after each contract, which also serves as a record. But the Seaman's book, that's the gold standard. Okay, so you know you need one. Let's get down to the practical stuff. How do you actually get this book in your hands? The process is actually pretty straightforward. And don't worry, your cruise line or hiring partner will walk you through it. First, you have to figure out the flag state. That's just the country your specific ship is registered in. It's often Panama, the Bahamas, or maybe Malta. Then you'll fill out their official form, get all your documents together, send it all in with the fee, and then you just wait for it to arrive. It's that simple. And here's a quick look at the kind of paperwork you'll need to pull together. You'll need the basics, right? A copy of your passport, some photos, your seafarer medical certificate. But the two most important things on this list are your letter of employment from the cruise line. That's your proof you have a job. And your STCW basic training certificates. Those are the mandatory safety courses that every single person working at sea has to complete. All right, let's talk about the details that really matter to you. How much does it cost? What are the rules? And how long does this thing even last? So let's clear up a really common and crucial mistake. A seaman's book might kind of look like a passport, but it is absolutely not a passport. It cannot be used as a legal government ID. Its one and only purpose is to be a professional logbook of your time at sea. You will always, always need your actual passport for identification and travel. Don't forget that. And check this out. This shows you just how much things can change. The cost and how long your book is valid for completely depends on the ship's flag state. A British book might cost you about £55, and it lasts as long as there are empty pages. A Dutch one is good for a whole decade, but a Panamanian book, that could cost you up to $300, and you gotta renew it every 5 years. The key takeaway here is, just follow the specific instructions from your employer. They'll tell you exactly what you need. And hey, don't get confused by all the different names. You might hear it called a discharge book, a record book, or if you get a Dutch one, they call it a monster bookie. How cool is that? They all mean the exact same thing, your official record of service at sea. And finally, let's tackle the biggest myth about the Seaman's book. This is one that gets passed around all the time in crew groups online. I am almost certain you have seen this somewhere. That rumor, that idea that if you just flash this little book at the airport check-in counter, they'll magically grant you an extra suitcase for free. We've all seen those posts from people who swear it works every time. Okay, let's be perfectly 100% clear. This is a total myth.
It's not true. Airlines have become super strict about this, mainly because the rumor was so widespread. Your Seaman's book, all by itself, does not give you any special baggage perks, period.
So, where did this crazy idea even come from? Well, there's a maritime rule that says seafarers are entitled to have 30 kilograms of luggage transported for them when they are being repatriated. That's a very specific term for your company paid flight home at the end of your contract. People just took that very specific rule and twisted it into a general travel perk for any flight, which it's just not. So, the real value of your Siemens book isn't getting a free suitcase. It's the official story of your career. It's the proof of your hard work. It's the key to your next promotion, and it's an essential tool for navigating your new life as a global seafarer. Keep it safe, keep it updated, and be proud of every single stamp inside it. And there you have it. You're now basically an expert on one of the most important documents you'll ever own. So, what's next on your checklist? Your C1/D visa? Your medical exam? Let us know in the comments what other part of the joining process you're curious about. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.